everyone. Okay, so it's been a while. I have not been reading very much. That's not entirely true. I've actually read a little bit, but it's been very intermittent and I have not finished a book, even though I've tried filming clips. But this video is going to end that because I am going to be doing reading for 24 hours. Okay. So I am currently editing this video and I have to stop it because this did not end up being a 24-hour reading vlog. I realized when I had only read like 8 hours over the course of 3 days that would be pointless. Like, I think the point of reading for that amount of time is to try to do it as much like together as possible. So originally I thought I could span it over 2 days. That did not work out. So this is just gonna be a normal reading vlog. But I'm also leaving part of that clip in because if you spot Barnaby behind me, he just is so cute and I don't want to kick him out of it. So yeah, just thought I'd give you an update. This video is not going to be reading for 24 hours like I originally intended it to be. Okay, so I come at you with an update. I've been reading for like an hour and a half. I have 22 hours, 22 minutes left. And I've just finished Beautiful Creatures. I had roughly like 60, 70 pages left when I picked this up while reading. And as you just saw, I have a little bit of a distraction on my hands. Cute, fluffy boy, but still a distraction. I started reading this like a month ago. It's a reread. It was great. I loved it. I'm not going to go into it too much. It's a book from my childhood. It's great. Anyways, I am probably... See, this is tough, okay? I have a couple audiobooks and I have a couple, like, books that I've gotten from the library. I have an ebook that I need to read by the end of the month. It's the 23rd now. So... I have books that I either should be reading or like wanted to pick up, but what I really want to pick up is actually The Outsiders by Essie. Is it Hinton? Yeah. Because I've been listening to some musicals recently and I just came across The Outsiders musical and I've been listening to that and now that's all I want to read. So, but I don't have that on audiobook and I don't know if I really want to read it on audiobook. But I have some stuff around the house that I want to do. So that's the deterrent about like not picking up the book because I don't have the audiobook, whereas I have an audiobook and a physical copy of another book. I don't know if I really want to be switching between like two books, like if I pick up an audiobook but then also just physically read when I take breaks. I don't know, but also I'm kind of laying in my bed and I'm cozy. So like, do I even want to get out of my bed right now? And I could pick up the ebook that I need to read by the end of the month. Really? Really? It's okay. Hello. Since I've last talked to you, I started The Outsiders by Essie Hinton. I'm 30 pages in, and it's good. I mean, I haven't read it since I was in 7th grade, but I'm liking it so far. Like, I mean, I do know the story. If you don't know what The Outsiders is, I mean, it's set in the 60s. It follows the Greasers and the Socs and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know how to describe it to you. It's like a classic. I don't know. I wanted to reread it actually because I've been listening to The Outsiders musical soundtrack, and it gave me the vibes, and I wanted to get back in this type of world. I mean, I love things set in this time period, like literature and like just media in general, thinking like, movies and stuff. So anyways, I think right now I'm having a, not necessarily a problem, but just like, it is written um in the perspective of Ponyboy, who is a 14-year-old boy in the 60s. And so it is a very simplistic writing style, which is funny because I feel like I'm not someone who really cares that much about writing style, or writing, like I either gel with it or I don't. And it's just like very different than what I've been reading. Even reading, I just finished Beautiful Creatures, and that is a YA, but it's just like so much different than this. That's not a bad thing. I just think it does show like why in school like we read it so young. But anyways, I'm still having a good time with it. And then because I wanted to do some work, I've been like folding laundry, and I cleaned up my dog's ball pit. I packed that all up. I've been listening to an audiobook. I've been listening to, let me get it. A Perfume by Patrick. I think the audio, like the narrator said, Suskind. I don't know. It's really weird. Let me see if I can figure out what it's about. I'm pulling it up on my iPad. In the slums of 18th century France, the infant Jean-Baptiste Grenouille is born with one sublime gift, an absolute sense of smell. As a boy, he lives to decipher the odors of Paris and apprentices himself to a prominent perfumer who teaches him the ancient art of mixing precious oils and herbs. But Grenouille's genius is such that he is not satisfied to stop there, and he becomes obsessed with capturing the smells of objects such as brass doorknobs and fresh cut wood. Then one day he catches a hint of a scent that will drive him on an ever more terrifying quest to create the ultimate perfume, the scent of a beautiful young virgin. Told with dazzling narrative brilliance, Perfume is a hauntingly powerful tale of murder and sensual depravity. I don't know. I just looked for audiobooks that were available now, and that popped up, specifically under the historical fiction, because I've been in a historical fiction vibe. And that popped up. It sounded weird and interesting, and the audiobook didn't suck. Because I did try, what is it called? Guernsey's Literary Society and, Guernsey's Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. I love that movie, and one day I would love to read the book. However, the audiobook, immediately right off the bat, just not my vibe. I have my headphones in, and I must keep hitting buttons because it keeps taking me to Bixby, the like Android, like basically Siri or whatever. And it keeps stopping my recording. Oh my gosh. But anyway, so I like tried that audiobook and didn't vibe with it, so I just was like, okay, let me find something new, because I do have an audiobook. I think it's 5 Broken Blades. I'll put it in a picture because I don't have the book with me, because I got the physical copy from the library because it was in the section and it sounded good, and I grabbed the audiobook so I could like read it and listen to it, so like I was listening to the same thing and not having to switch between like 2 different books. But I just didn't feel like reading that. So I picked up that, and it sounds good. I think I'm gonna spend a little bit of time going back to The Outsiders, read for another like 30 minutes or so, or maybe an hour, I don't know. And then go and actually put away my clothes. I folded them So now I should take them upstairs. But I also might wait until I have a load of laundry that once that's done, I'll switch it over to the dryer and start a new load. So I'll probably wait until I go upstairs to do that, or like wait to go upstairs until after that, because that's in my basement. My bedroom's on the top floor. I have 3 levels if you include the basement, and I don't feel like walking up all those stairs, to be honest. But yeah, I'm hoping to get some serious cleaning done this week. So hopefully I am consuming a lot of audiobooks. What am I on in the timer? I'm at 20 hours, 53 minutes. So I'm just 3 hours down. So that's cool. It doesn't seem like a lot considering I started that much earlier today. But I took a very long dinner break because I started watching a Sidemen video and that was 2 hours long. So did not read during that. But yeah. So I'll check in later. Maybe I'll have some B-roll of me doing some cleaning. I think that would actually be very motivating for me. So sorry if you don't like that. But I think if I record it, then I'll have a better chance of actually like doing it. But for now, I'm going to physically read because I need a break. That was tiring.
By the dozens have been carted here and tossed into
Okay, so it is 12:30. I've just finished The Outsiders. I have 17 hours and 34 minutes left. But I'll probably call it a night there. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really that tired. Kind of slept in today. So I will end up going to bed, like going into my bed. We'll see if I pick up an ebook on my phone or not. But The Outsiders. It was great. I loved it. I don't know if I'll give it 4 or 5 stars right now. We'll see. But what I will say is obviously I remembered like a lot of the points in The Outsiders from when I read it the first time. But I'm not gonna lie, like I did not remember some of what happened. Obviously I remembered Johnny's death. I don't think that's a big secret. But I kind of forgot about Dally's completely. And then just like, I don't know, how Soda, it like really took the toll on him. And like the relationship with his brothers, and everything. And while it doesn't have like necessarily like a happy ending, it has like an ending where he's like finally accepting everything that's happened, and it seems like there could be some light at the end of the tunnel. So it was really good. I don't know what to say. It's classic for a reason. Very good one. Actually, I was talking to some friends about it when I first started, and my friend Sarah actually was like, I don't even like it. And it was like, throughout, I was like, honestly, I can see pieces as to why someone might not like it, because reading it, especially older, Ponyboy can be annoying because he's literally 14-year-old, blah blah blah. And Essie Hinton started this book when she was 15 and then finished it around like 16 or whatever. So, like, understandable. Still great, though. I don't know what else to say. Like, I mean, it's a very popular book and a very well-known book, so I feel like people either know about it and probably have already read it, or they still just know enough about it. Maybe I am getting tired, so probably won't pick up another book tonight. Hello, it's the morning. I started both another book and I also continued my audiobook last night. So you probably saw a clip of me like cleaning my room. I didn't even put away any clothes. I just had to clean the giant pile of hangers I was sitting in front of my closet for me to actually put away clothes. That will happen later today. I started The Wood by Chelsea Bobulski. I'm gonna read the description because I just tried sitting down and like telling you what it's about from the like 18 pages that I've read. Didn't go very well. Beware the wood. Winter didn't ask to be the guardian of the wood, but when her dad inexplicably vanishes, she's the one who must protect travelers who accidentally slip through its portals. The wood is poison, changing into something more sinister. Once brightly colored leaves are now bubbling inky black. Vicious creatures that live in the shadows are becoming bolder, torturing lost travelers. Winter must then put her trust in Henry, a young man from the 18th century England who knows more than he should about the wood, in order to find the truth and maybe those they've lost. So basically, her dad's gone missing in the wood. So now she's the main guardian of, I don't know if it's like one giant wood or if it's like multiple places because there's like a guardian council and everything and they have to report to. But of this section of the wood, she is responsible for now. And yeah, it kind of seems like something. So, like, the rules, it literally says, do not travel from the paths, do not linger after dark, do not ignore the calling. So, one of the things is they say that her dad went missing because he wandered from the path, and, like, she cannot figure out why. And I think she's going to try to see if there is some way to save him, because she also has this gift where like the calling, it's like just in her. Even if she tried to ignore it, she physically like feels ill, she can't, blah blah blah. So she doesn't understand how her dad had this happen. And so one of the things that I think might gonna happen is that like the woods, obviously something bad starts happening to them and she has to figure it out. Part of it said, yeah, all the leaves. Okay, so the back says all the leaves are black. Even Henry, who should not be able to see past the glamour that makes the wood look like all the normal trees surrounding it, sucks in a breath, which means the glamour is fading. Which means anyone passing by on the 315 will see the dead withered branches and oozing black pus. But that isn't the worst of it. The sickness is spreading beyond the wood. The trees along our driveway have been infected. Black tar rolling down the tips of the lower leaves, droplets sizzling onto the pavement, poisoning our world. So I think it's just going to be a story about like this girl having to just try to figure out what's wrong with the woods. Either she's going to save it or the woods is not worth saving. Not really sure how that would work. Kind of gives me vibes of, if you know, you know, Maggie Stiefvater, the Raven Boys. And I'm literally blanking on it, and it's one of my favorite series with like that forest. So if it kind of gives me like similar vibes of like these woods or whatever. But yeah, so basically time, I don't want to say travelers, but people who fall out of their timeline, she has to help get back, and that is part of what the Guardian does. I'm not very far in. I'm excited to keep reading. I'll probably end up reading more of the audiobook today because I do have a lot of stuff to do. I say that it's 12 o'clock. Actually, it's past 12 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. I haven't done much. I've showered. I've actually eaten breakfast. So I say that. I've actually eaten breakfast. I say that I did eat like obviously a while ago. I didn't just wake up or anything, but I haven't done much and I need to do more. So I'll probably talk to you later. Oh, where am I at in perfume? I I don't know. It's just about him growing up. He's now not a baby. So before the baby, I don't remember his name. Everyone hated him and they kept passing him around because he was odd. Like one of the complaints from the lady was that he just didn't smell. Like he didn't smell like a baby should smell. He didn't have a smell. Um, he ended up in this home of this lady who the lady was just like, she didn't care. She was kind of dead inside. She was just in for the money, so she just kept him on till he was about 8, and he just got, because finally at 8, like, he was starting to creep her out, and she stopped getting paid for him, so she was like, okay, see ya. And now the main character, the one who can smell, like, every scent, blah, 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 is at, like, a workhouse. I'm gonna be honest, I think the perfume is going to be one of those like books that you like either read or in my case I'm listening to, and then I just don't even like, I don't know if it necessarily gonna have a plot. Does that make sense? Like I think it's just gonna be one of those books you read and you're just like, what the heck is going on? And then by the end you're just like, I don't even know how to describe it. I have a feeling it's gonna be like that. But if anything actually happens in it, I will let you guys know. Yeah. Hello, guys. Okay, so it's been a while. I've done a bunch of work. I've done almost no reading. Because what I was doing, I really had to focus on. But now I've decided that I deserve a little treat, even though I have only done like 3 things off of my to-do list for today, and I am going to make a Spookopoly board. So if you don't know about Spookopoly, it's a readathon that Becca in the Books does. She's one of my favorite content creators. And oh, you know what? I actually have a board that I made like 2 or 3 years ago. I made a board because she used to do Bookopoly every month, so she would basically have like a Monopoly board, and that would like decide her her TBR for the month. I already have a board. I don't know where it is though. I'm just gonna create a whole new one. Because I went a little arts and crafts project. That'll be fun. I think it'll be really fun to do it for next month because I think I'll have more time to do it than normal. Yeah, I'll probably show you parts of the process, and I'll also link the original announcement down below in case you do not know who I'm talking about, but she is fantastic and I would highly recommend. Barnaby is super upset with me because I am about to ignore him. Even though we were just outside, I was trying to play fetch with him, and he would throw the ball, and he wouldn't actually bring it back to me. He brings it like sort of back to me because he wants me to just chase him around. Also, please ignore the fact that I just have a Minions blanket covering my windows. I took down the original curtains that came with the house because I didn't really like them, and I haven't put any back up, but it would get so hot in here in the afternoon, and also the sun sets like, and it like glares in at me. So even if I just like came in here and I wanted to play video games in the evening, like I would be being blinded. So I finally just put that up. Because I don't want to buy curtains yet until I finish painting, which as you can see behind me, I have not finished painting. So anyways, yeah, time for some arts and crafts.
Advisor that pugs shed when they have a double coat.
messed up my Monopoly board. God damn it. I'm looking at a picture of the flipping board, and instead of doing 4, like 4 spaces on each side of like the middle piece, I did 3. Hello. Okay, so I've restarted my Monopoly board. Or my Spookopolython board, because I totally messed up the first one. But ironically, so I'm watching, instead of reading, I am watching, some YouTube videos, like booked YouTube videos, and one of them, she literally just read The Outsiders. This was a 3-month-old video, so it's fine. It's not like she just read it. But I thought that was funny because, like, I just read it yesterday. But she had never heard, like, she had heard of it, but didn't know anything about The Outsiders, and basically went in completely blind, which I just find shocking because I feel like even before I read it, I knew about it, but so like I never gave you a description of what it was about. Like I just kind of said like, oh, if you know about it, you know about it. If you don't, you don't. Or like if you don't, like you've heard about it. Okay, quick synopsis if you don't know. A little late. So basically you're following Ponyboy. It's his POV, it's his story of what's just happened in the past, let's say like week of his life. His parents had died, so now he lives with his 2 older brothers, Soda Pop and Derry. And Derry basically tries to take care of them. Soda Pop dropped out of school and is working, also to help support his family. And then you have you have Ponyboy, who is like supposed to be this really smart kid, gets good grades, is in track, blah blah blah. But they are like greasers. So you have the greasers and you have the socias. So basically the socias are like the really popular rich kids, and then the greasers are like the people who are more poor or like the delinquents, blah blah blah. And for reasons, but also not really a good reason, Ponyboy and his friend Johnny get jumped by socias one night, and they are basically drowning Ponyboy, and he could die. And so Johnny, out of self-defense, kills one of the socias. So they run away and go into hiding, and then at some point they come back, and there's like this big ordeal. Like they have a fight, and then things happen, blah blah blah. Like I don't know, I don't want to give it too much away because I mean I already said there are some deaths, so sorry for that. But it's a very short book. It's only 180 pages, so it's like hard to like say what it is. And also everything happens so fast. But I just found it really shocking that like she didn't know anything about it, and that I guess some people probably don't know anything about it, which I just find interesting because like one, I had to read it in school. I know it's not a required reading everywhere, but I would think that like a lot of people have either should have read it or like again know enough about it. It's kind of funny actually listening to her complaint, because not necessarily her complaints, but her listening to it and talking about it, because she's probably older than I am, and I'm 26, so probably like 30 something, I don't know. And while she recognizes the fact that it is meant for like kids basically, she just doesn't vibe with it as much, which I think I do have good experiences with it because I have read it before, so that probably skews my rating of it and my enjoyment. But it was just funny to me that I'm watching this video and someone else just read it, and I thought that was interesting. And then the fact that she knew nothing about it made me think, oh, maybe people don't know what it's about. And maybe I should include a small clip about it, even though, yeah, I don't know. I've already spoiled it. Sorry. Hello. So I finished my board. I don't know. I think I did a pretty good job on most of the little graphics. I'm actually going to add some stickers. I literally don't have pink done. Okay, I guess I'm not done. But anyways, so I have my board done. I have my chance cards and my prompt cards. My chance cards, to be honest, I just kind of ran through. Like, I'm sitting in my office and I can see a good portion of my book, so I just kind of wrote down what I could see, or any that I knew were kind of horror books that I have. I have some downstairs that I wrote down for my chance books. I'm actually really excited for some of my potential community shelf cards. So that's cool. I completely forgot what I was going to say. I'm excited for some of those. I have some, like, a bunch of, like, Halloween stickers right next to me. I know I have more somewhere, but whatever. I might add some of those around. Clearly I need to do the the pink squares. But yeah, I'm super excited for this readathon. I think I'm going to do the roll as you go method throughout the month. So, because I don't stick to TBRs. So there's no point in me doing it at the beginning of the month, because, like, 4 days in, I'll decide that I don't want to read a single book I picked out. So I might as well just read as I go. So yeah. Still haven't done any reading. Also, okay, I think I explained this at the beginning, or I'm going to re-record at the beginning. This was originally going to be, like, a read for 24 hours, like, on the timer method straight. But we're on day 3 of it. And at that point, I decided I should just make this a week-long reading vlog. Or, like, a couple days reading vlog. I might finish another book or two. Because, like, I should just, maybe I'll do the 24-hour thing on the weekend when I have, like, a chunk of time. Not that I haven't had a chunk of time, because I could have done it thus far, but I just haven't been wanting to, like, sit down and, like, read. So I think I'll do that maybe this weekend or some other time, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I've abandoned that. So all of those timings that I said that I've gotten up to, just ignore those, because I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, I think we're gonna finish up this board, maybe go make a snack. Here's the problem, is I want to read, but also, well, no, because I would have to rent it. I really would watch The Outsiders, the movie, but it's not any of the things I own, and I would have to, or, like, I pay for it, and I would have to rent it, and I just don't want to do that, to be honest. So I could, might as well just read. I want to watch a movie, but also, like, I'm not in a movie mood, and none of the movies that I, like, could watch, I want to watch. So I guess by that default, I should read. I could play video games, but my dog is kind of not vibing with the fact that I've been sitting at my desk for the past couple hours. He is a needy boy. So probably won't play video games either. So I'll let you guys know. I'll probably end up finishing the wood then at this point tonight. So I'll let you know when I get further into that, and or if I finish it. Could you lie down, please? Could you lie down? Hi. Okay. Clearly, he's not. He wants to be involved in this clip. So it's Sunday now. Last time you saw me, it was Friday night, and I was crafting. I was making my Monopoly board. All exciting things. Stop, that tickles. And spoiler, I didn't read when I left. When I finished my board, I actually started watching a TV show called Salem. It's kind of a rewatch, but kind of not, because I only watched a couple episodes back when it aired. I did think about potentially doing kind of like, when I get through it, like a video kind of reviewing it. We'll see if that happens. We'll see if that pans out. I'm like halfway through the first season. And then yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I didn't read. I watched a couple more episodes of Salem, and then I went and saw my nephew, who is just the cutest thing ever. I ran some errands. I had to go grocery shopping, do some other stuff. And then today, actually, now that I say that, was the last time I talked to you on Friday? I think so. I don't know. It might not have been. It might have been Thursday. Okay, I'm kind of waffling. Sorry. Doesn't matter when I last talked to you. But now it's Sunday and it's already 3:30. I haven't really been reading. I've been editing this vlog. And honestly, so in the wood, I am like still 20 pages in. I thought about what I wanted to do was just keep reading, and if I got to, like, let's say the 50 to 100 page mark, I would DNF it if I wasn't vibing with it, because it's just like, I don't know if I'm just not in the mood with it, or honestly, like, the more I read, the more I'm not sure if I'm really into time travel stuff or not. I don't know. So I thought I'd give it a shot. But because I'm only 20 pages in, and then even Perfume, the audiobook I've been listening to, I'm 12% in. I think I'm going to go for a walk right now until I'll get further. But obviously I'm going to do Bookopoly, but I'm going to try to do a couple other readathons. Like, I printed them out. I mean, there's just this Discord server called Bookish Reality, and they host, like, a bunch of, like, readathons, or they kind of just, like, they take someone else's readathon, let's say like Bookopoly, and you just put the prompts, and then even if you don't necessarily want to follow along with the actual readathon, you just be like, hey, I did these prompts in the Discord or whatever. But there are a couple other ones that are more like bingo like readathons that I want to do. So I might just save the wood until, since it's the 29th, I might just save it until tomorrow / Tuesday, so I can count it in the month of October, because I don't know, like, maybe other people will disagree, but it's not that serious. Like, 20 pages in is not enough in a book, especially when the book is 300 plus pages, to, like, be like, I started it before, October. Like, I didn't read anything substantial. So I think I might just wait, because I'm not really in the mood to read. I'm still hung up on The Outsiders. I think that was the problem, is that my book Hangover, I think that's what really is the big issue with a lot of me. Like, I can't read back to back unless it's like the same world or the same, like, universe or whatever, or like a sequel, because I just get hung up in a book. And that was me for The Outsiders, and I still am kind of hung up on it, and I really want to watch the movie still, but I'm still not going to pay for it. Yeah. So anyways, all of this to say is that I'm wrapping up the vlog here. I do plan on continuing Perfume. So if you want to see that, I'm going to try to do weekly vlogs in October. So you'll probably see me finish it there if you want. The wood, I don't know. It may end up being a DNF, to be determined. Not sure. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed. This was my first attempt at a vlog. I didn't read that much. Also, the original idea of this vlog didn't happen. I didn't read for 24 hours. So this was just me vibing throughout the week. Take that how you will. I finished one book, which is good, and I read one entire book in its entirety in this vlog, and then I started 2 others. So really, that just sums up how my reading normally is. I think that's a success, okay? Also, you gotta see lots of Barnaby, and in my opinion, he is the star of the show. Come here. Oh, say hi. Say hi. He's really not here for my shenanigans. Because, like I said, I went and saw my nephew yesterday, my brother's child, and their dogs are Barnaby's best friends. And, okay, now you're just in my way. And the fact that I went and saw his best friends without him, like, I didn't take him, he's still salty about it. So, but, see you guys next week. Hope you enjoyed, and